Rob and I are back to preview the JMU Dukes, and Rob, it was another exciting season for JMU as they reached the playoffs for the 5th straight season. However, they come into 2019 with a new head coach, but not someone that is new to CAA football in Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah, not at all. Kurt Cignetti did an outstanding job turning around Elon's program with back-to-back playoff appearances, and he certainly made an impression when the Phoenix went into Bridgeport Stadium and ended JMU's 20-game conference winning streak and 19-game home field winning streak with a 27-24 victory last October. But he enters a much different situation in Harrisonburg with an established program, a rabid fan base, and a national championship expectations. While going 9-4 and advancing to the second round of the FCS playoffs is certainly a solid year, the goals are higher than that for the Dukes. Coach Cignetti was part of a national championship program at Alabama as an assistant to Nick Saban, so he has a blueprint for success in place. It will be interesting to see how JMU responds to that challenge.
Coach Cignetti does inherit a very veteran team with national title hopes, like you said, Rob. Let's first dive in on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, 9 starters are back from a group that averaged nearly 34 points per game. Now, the strength of the unit is up front, where 4 regulars return, led by All-CA standouts Liam Fornadell and Mac Patrick. Quarterback Ben DiNucci threw for 2,200 yards and 16 TDs a year ago, and he appears to have emerged as the frontrunner after a 3-man competition for the starting job. The Dukes welcome back their top 3 receivers as Riley Stapleton, Kendall Dean, and Jake Brown combined for 147 catches and 14 touchdowns last season, and they've added Penn State transfer Brandon Polk to that group. The biggest change will be at running back, where JMU's top 3 rushers have graduated. Look for Percy Ajayi-Obisi and Juwan Hamilton, who have both shown potential and limited opportunities to get the first crack at the starting job.
Here is Coach Cignetti on what he would like from his offense in 2019.
Well, I think ideally I'd like to see us be effective running the football and be able to throw the ball down the field effectively. But you got to be, good on third down, red area, etc. But I want to be physical at all positions. I want to be physical on special teams, defense, offense. Protect the football, win the battle of explosive plays. Be able to run the ball, stop the run. That's the formula for success. I think our offensive line has a chance to be really good. We got 5 starters back. We got key backups back. We got competition up front. I feel confident my offensive line coach, Robo, can get these guys playing to the best of their ability. On the outside, we've got guys that have made plays, have had production throughout their careers. We've got a 3-way quarterback battle going, 3 guys I got total confidence in. We're breaking in some new running backs, and so it's about 11 guys doing their job. But, we've got guys that played, had success playing, and, we just got to get them playing kind of with a nasty attitude and play a little bit more like this at a high level and not like that.
On the other side of the ball, Rob, this defense was once again one of the best in the country and returns a load of starters, including defensive back Rashard Robinson, who missed the entire season in 2018 due to injury.
Yeah, the Dukes are definitely loaded defensively, with 10 starters back from a unit that ranks 6th in FCS in fewest yards and points allowed. There's lots of depth on the defensive line, led by All-CA performers Rondell Carter and John Daka, who combined for 17.5 sacks last season. Leading tackler Dimitri Holloway and senior Landon Word give the Dukes a pair of experienced players at linebacker. And in the secondary, JMU will certainly miss All-American cornerback Jimmy Moreland, but they replace him with another All-American in Rashad Robinson, who missed last year due to injury. He's joined by All-CA safety Adam Smith, as well as returning starters Charles Tutt and D'Angelo Amos. With former Maine defensive coordinator Corey Heatherman now leading this group, expect a more aggressive mindset with lots of blitzing.
Once again, Coach Cignetti on the progress of his defense.
Well, we have a lot of starters back across the board, and Rashad Robinson also comes back on defense too. So Corey Heatherman, my defensive coordinator, came from Maine. They were number 1 in the country last year against the run, number 2 in the country in sacks. So I think we got a chance to be good. It's all about getting 11 guys to do their job, and when you do that, it's not addition, it's multiplication. And I think we made a lot of progress in the spring, the last half of spring. But what you got to remember too, we went through spring ball and we had about 12 guys that didn't participate that were starters or key players because of postseason surgery. So really a lot of these guys are going to be getting their first taste of it this fall in camp in preparation for our opener against West Virginia on the 31st.
The Dukes come into the season with high expectations once again and looking to make their 6th straight playoff appearance. What will be 3 things to watch out for this season for JMU, Rob?
Yeah, first, return of the running game. JMU's offense struggled to consistently move the ball on the ground a year ago. Coach Signetti has made it clear that he's committed to a power running game, and with a more experienced offensive line this season, they should have the pieces in place to do it. It will be up to that new stable of running backs to make it happen. Number 2, dominate on defense. As we touched on earlier, there aren't many teams in the country with more experience back on defense. The Dukes have depth at nearly every position and return 5 all-conference players. However, they're adjusting to a new scheme and a style of play this season. How quickly they can do that might determine just how dominant they can be. And number 3, manage the expectations. Coach Signetti talked extensively at Media Day about blocking out the noise and clutter and using a game-by-game approach to get where they want to go. The Dukes open the year ranked number 2 in the nation and is the heavy favorite to capture the CAA championship. Can they handle the lofty goals and expectations in front of them and return to Frisco for the 3rd time in 4 years?
The Dukes kick off their season on the road at Big 12 opponent West Virginia on Saturday, August the 31st at 2 o'clock.
Also, CAA football fans, we caught up with defensive back Rashad Robinson at Media Day. Check it out on CAAfootball.com and the league's social media outlets.
Our 12 and 12 series marches on Tuesday with the defending CAA champion Maine Black Bears as we hear from their new head coach, Nick Charlton. Have a great Monday.